Hey there, this is Joe Mabe at Hyperbaric Fitness in Swansea, New Hampshire, and we're sitting inside the Hyperbaric Chamber. This is my good friend Victoria, and she has a really great story to share with you. So, Victoria, first of all, you've got a beautiful accent. Where are you from?
I'm from Ukraine. I came here 31 years ago. Yes, I lived here in Ukraine. I came here when I was 16. And I'm very grateful to my parents bringing me here because being in Ukraine right now, I don't wish for anybody. That's for sure. The reason we immigrated was because of Chernobyl nuclear plant. When it exploded, my parents started looking for a way for us to leave the country. We were children back then, and they were still very young, and they knew if we stay in Ukraine, we're just all gonna get very sick and die. So in 1990 we got what is that?
Visas?
Yeah, we got status to come here, and since then, since 91, we've been here. My father did got cancer here, but he prostate cancer, and he got treated very quickly. And I think because we came here early enough, and they diagnosed it quickly, and he's good. But a lot of family and friends died from cancer in Ukraine.
So just real quickly on that, so you told me that the cloud settled on your village. It came right across your village.
Yeah.
From Chernobyl.
Yes, we were, and nobody knew about it. Everybody were outside playing. We were going to school like there's nothing happening, even though they hushed it. Even we had this major demonstration in May because it happened at the end of April, and on May 1st we had this Labor Day kind of. Everybody was out celebrating and breathing that air. But then, like about a month later, they finally get the kids out for the summer. So in June, they took us out somewhere far, like in Soviet Union, I don't remember, away from the families. The parents stayed behind to keep us kind of safe. But we still got enough, radiation poisoning in all of us. And I remember back in Ukraine in school, they had to do the iodine on our throats, I think, to release.
Yeah, well, that's a treatment for radiation poisoning. That's exactly it. Okay, so let's fast forward. You came here, you immigrated, you had a family, you have children, and then what happened?
About when I was in my early 40s, I started having health issues. They just got so much worse. I didn't even know. They couldn't diagnose me here with anything else. It started with gut issues, stomach, digestion problems. I went to gastroenterologists. They were just saying, we don't know what it is. You need to do more tests, more this, more that. And then somebody suggested you should do hyperbaric chamber. And I was like, I can't imagine. Like I asked around in Boston, it was like unaffordable and unreasonable. And so I was like, okay. And then I talked to my hairdresser who suggested, I know one of his relatives went to Joe, and you had it just come donate if you come. And he's like, yeah. And he gave me the contact of yours. And then I remember calling you when I left a message, and you calling me back, and I got so excited that I finally get to experience the hyperbaric chamber. And the results, even the first day, I felt it. I felt my gut. Thank God Diana warned me that you might feel something in those parts of your body that there is an issue. And she was right, because immediately my gut and everything, I got scared because it was stronger. But in a way, it's kind of brought all of my attention to the issues that was going on inside me. But then the next day, it felt better. And I think I was so surprised that it started to dissipate. And I remember energy level, with me it was issue with energy. Like I was at the bottom, like I could barely function. All I can do is just lie around. And I had he was barely 3 years old, 3, not even 4, son, and he was like crawling all over me, wanted to go with me play outside, but I remember not having even the energy to move. So that's what kind of pushed me to start doing something for myself. And I somehow realized that this is like my gut, my intuition brought me here, because that was the way for me to get better, and it did pay off. Within about 7 sessions or 7 or 8 sessions, my gut healed. Whatever I had in my gut, I called them holes. I don't know what it was. They never diagnosed if I had ulcers. There was no diagnosis. I never
You were
had
just feeling terrible, and you had all these terrible symptoms.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I think it took me a will to finally to make a decision that I'm gonna fight for myself and I'm gonna choose to live and have the best life ever that I can have. And in order to do that, I need to have healthy. And this was my way of getting there. Because once I started with the hyperbaric chamber, it somehow freed up some stuff or healed enough stuff in my gut that I was able to change the way I eat. And the food was starting finally absorbing my body. I started to get nutrients. Then my brain started functioning better. I started meditating. And the whole thing just unraveled.
You just went up the stairway to heaven. You just started leveling right up.
Yeah, but I needed to start somewhere. And somewhere was here in your chamber. And I'm so grateful.
Ah, wonderful.
Yeah.
So I want to just say to the camera, you really touched me when you was it a year ago? No, 2 years ago.
2 years ago before the pandemic.
You drove up and you didn't even get in the tank. You just drove up and gave me a hug and said, "Thank you for saving my life."
Yes.
And it was at a very important time when I was just contending and fighting with just very difficult people who were trying to limit what I do. And then you came in and at the right moment you said, I believe you saved my life. And I don't think I did. I think the tank, I think God, I think, the whole process of what we do. But it meant so much to me.
Because you meant so much to me. I felt you really cared about me as a being and you gave me so much advice. It was not just the chamber. You listened to me. You gave me advice, liposomal vitamin C. Up till now, I still take it on and off, and I give it to my kids, and I recommend it to a lot of people because it did wonders, and it was because of your suggestion. And I felt like you really, really care, and you don't see no doctors that I went to could care less about me or my problems. They just wanted to diagnose whatever. It's just for them it was just figuring out what's wrong with her. It's not how we're gonna help her out, but with you it was about actually helping. And I could see your big heart, and I still know that because of your heart. That's what I was drawn here to this place, because you build this amazing facility for so many people where they can get better. But it's not just for you as a business. You put your heart and soul into it, and I think that's what you're getting back from others, because it's whatever you give, you receive back.
Absolutely. Well, it's an amazing day, and this is a long video, so thank you very much. So let's just tag it with you had nuclear poisoning when you were a kid, exposed to
radiation,
nuclear, and that was documented by a Navy doctor, right? He said he checked you out, and you had heavy metals still in your body from Chernobyl, and this really gave you back your energy, fixed your gut in some way we don't know, and then your life just went right on, and now you're doing great.
Yes, and I plan to do a lot of wonderful things with my life to
now,
help other
that's
people.
A success story. Her life just jumped and leveled up. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Hyperbaric Fitness, Swansea, New Hampshire.
Absolutely,
check us out.
Do it.
All right.
Do it as much as you can.
Hyperbaricfitness.com. Okay.